Okay. Now, first of all, we should know what is data. I think you have learned about data, databases. What is the data?
Yes, data is basically any type of information in raw materials, raw format, or anything that will make senses.
Is an
Hello, sir.
information. Yeah.
Yeah, data, data is valid information means which is necessary for our use. Any valid information.
We can say data is information or known facts that can be recorded. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Can be recorded.
And also with implicit meaning.
Uh, uh, what is the meaning of this implicit meaning?
Means that which can be means you have written something that can be understand. Okay, that is understandable, but they can't be expressed. Okay, that
Okay.
is the meaning of implicit. Suppose uh, you can see abcd you have written. It is not something a word, but you can know, you know that it is one type of data which is saying to me it is the first four digit of alphabet. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
it
Yes,
is
sir.
not a word
By any
particular.
types of file name also.
Yeah, there is nothing a particular word like abcd in dictionary, but we know that this abcd is four alphabet, starting four alphabet. Yeah, so that is the
Yes, sir.
implicit meaning. Clear? So for that, data can be our character. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Number. It can be number,
Yes, sir.
or it can be special character.
Yes, sir.
Means special. We know character. These are the characters. Numbers. Suppose 1 2 3 4. I have given 1 2 3 4. These are numbers. These are also a data, because suppose anyone's salary's data is given there as 10,000. That is also a number. This is a number. And special character means suppose you have something email ID,
At the rate
then you
hatch.
have, yeah, abc at the rate, or abc underscore. uh okay, so abc underscore 1 2 3, or abc dot 1 2 3, something like that.
Yes, sir.
So that can be our special character. This at underscore, these are our special characters. So by this we call it as a data. Now, coming to database. Now, what is a database?
Store of the data, the home of data, where I can store it.
Hello.
So, yeah,
Yeah, the database is where we keep the data and we can easily access the data and manipulate the data.
okay. So now we have data. Yeah, we have data, but this data should be stored somewhere.
Yes,
Where
sir.
we gonna store that data? We store it in our database. Okay. So we can say database is a collection of data or related data, more specifically related data. Okay, collection of related data is a database. Now related data means the data which we introduce to this database. This should be these data should have some relations. Okay, so
Yes,
how
sir.
it will be a related data? Some examples, I'm giving some example. Suppose in railway, okay, you in railway, what kind of data can be stored in that database of railways?
Sir, the database, the details
Sir,
of
from which side?
passenger.
Passenger side or employee side?
Both.
Sir, the
Okay.
details of a passenger.
Let us take first
Their seat
passenger first.
number.
Okay. So there will be train information, passenger information, passenger's journey information, or passenger journey by some particular train. Yeah, these kind of informations will be present.
Yes, sir, and the
Yes,
price
sir.
information of the fare.
Okay. Now you can see these informations or data are related to each other or not.
Yes, sir.
Now how it can be related? We can get a data of particular passenger who
Yes,
has
sir.
a journey by particular train on a particular day. Means you have ticket. Yeah, you get a
Yes, sir.
ticket. That tickets information will also be kept in the database as well.
Yes, sir.
So if you want to know uh, a particular person's data, a particular passenger's data who has been journeyed by a particular train on a particular day, then you can get that data.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that is something
Yes,
relatable. Clear?
yes, sir.
So these are our database. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, our database is categorized in two types. Okay. One is
Structured data.
structured and other one is unstructured.
Unstructured.
Now let us see what is structured and what is unstructured. You have some do you have some example of structured and unstructured data from your
So
life?
structured data basically they are tabular form. They have row and column and they have some relations. And unstructured data basically any types of video, messages, GIFs, any audio, anything.
Yeah, very good. So some live scenario, live examples.
Uh, for structured data set, any types of table, employee table, the ID, their job location, their name, their profile, and their salary. And there is n number of tables they can relate any types of relation between each other. And unstructured data basically any types of video, Facebook messages, any types of text, any
Yeah.
types of songs. They are not any structured format.
Yeah. Okay. So structured database are related to relation. Okay. Structured database are related to relation. And what is relation? Relation is also termed as
Any type of
table. Okay. We call tables as relation as well. Okay. And that relation is a combination of rows and column. Yeah. All type of data that are stored in the form of rows and column in this structured database. Clear? Now,
yes, sir.
here you can see uh, we have two types of databases. One is structured and second one is unstructured. One is related to relation and other one will not be related to relation. Yeah. So what are some examples? Let us see some example. I have taken the railway example, so IRCTC will be there because they have all the data in the tabular form. Okay.
Yes.
Now in unstructured, we can say uh, you use WhatsApp. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That is also having a unstructured data because you provide messages. Clear? Which is not in
Yes, sir.
tabular form, which is in language form, means line by line. Yeah. What can be others, other examples? You see web pages. You can see that in web page there is written something. Here is photo, here is photo, and here is something written, something like that.
Yes, sir.
So it is also unstructured. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So these are some examples. You can take some more examples, but I think it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now coming to the DBMS. Okay. So we have data and we have database. Okay, where all the data are stored. Now, for managing any database, we need DBMS. That is database management system.
Yes.
It is called as database management system. Clear?
Hmm.
So this is derived from two words. One is database and second one is management system. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So in DBMS, we know database is a collection of related data, and we know what is database. Now we see what is this management system. We can say for management system, it is a setup program. Okay. Management system is a setup program to store and retrieve those data which have been added in easy and efficient manner. Followed?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you please repeat once again? Means management
Yeah.
system. Yes.
It is a setup program. I'm writing as well to store and retrieve data in easy and efficient manner. Clear? Management system is a setup program to store and retrieve data in easy and efficient manner. Clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now, uh, tell me that what are the main operation that can be done by DBMS?
Insert,
In,
update,
yeah,
delete.
yeah,
Insert,
very
update,
good,
and delete.
very good. Means insertion of data, updation of data, and third, it will be deletion of data. So these are the major operations that can be done by DBMS. Now, okay. So we will deal with structured database. Okay.
Yes, sir.
We will in future we will deal with structured database. We are going to learn about structured database. We will not learn about unstructured database. Okay. So We know that structured database are related to relation.
Yes, sir.
Structured database are related to relations. So we can say that structured database as a relational database.
Yeah.
That means uh, it will be a collection of database uh, of two-dimensional table.
Yes, sir.
We can say collection of database, not collection of relation of 2D tables. Clear?
Mm.
So
Yes, sir.
structured database can also be called as relational database. So now to manage this relational database, we use some management system as well, and that management system will known as RDBMS. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so what does this RDBMS mean? R
Relational
means
database method.
relational and DBMS means database management system. Clear?
Yes,
Database
sir.
we have learned previously. We know what is DBMS. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Yes.
and just if we are uh, doing certain task with relational database or structured database, we call it, and there is a management purpose, so we call it, we can be done, it can be done by relational database management system. Okay, so
Sir, sir,
there, huh,
repeat the last part, sir.
simple. If we are using structured database and for management purpose, we will use RDBMS.
Okay, sir.
So there was one person named as Dr. EF Cod. Okay, he he was one researcher of IBM, clear, who developed some relational models. Okay, in 1970 by the help of 12 sets of rules. Okay, clear. So he gives some
Yes,
12 sets of rules. That 12 sets of rule is the guideline to design any relational database. Okay, and if this sets of rule is not applicable for any database, then we cannot call it a database as relational database. Okay, so for uh, making any relational database, we for calling any relational database, that database should follow this 12 sets of rules. Okay, so this was given by EF code. So we don't need to know all the 12 sets of rule, but some important property we should know about it. Okay, that is our acid property. I think you have been through this acid property.
yes, sir.
So tell me about it. What is acid property?
Okay, sir. A for consistency, I for isolation, D for durability. Atomicity means if
One
the
second.
total process run. Sorry, sir.
One. Okay. Go on.
Uh, Atomicity means if there any data transaction or money transaction happen, then if the process is going to going is totally or is fail anywhere for network or electrical failure, then it totally roll back. It's mean it is happen to all total happen or nothing. And at consistency means uh, before the transportation or any transactions, the result of the previous data equal to the after result of the after transaction, both are equal, both are same, just like A has 200 rupees and B has 300 rupees. This time A some amount of given to the B, then A minus 100 plus B plus 100. Then is after the transaction, A 100 and B is 400. Then we can sum both of them. Then it can be again 500 before and the 500 before 500 after also 500. It's the consistency. And isolations mean at a time. Any transaction at a time happen, but other transaction not interrupt other transaction, one transaction not interrupt the other transactions. Both transaction happen individually perpendicularly in their own way. Durability means uh, um, anytime any data transfer any data or any money has transaction happen, but it can be stored their hard drive anyway, because any time is any data can should not be lost anyway, or anything we can be saved anywhere in the hard drive to keep the data properly. If after some time any question, any problem, or any query happen, then can easily we can relate with this situation what happened that time. That's it, sir.
Okay. Anything else?
Sir, is wrong or right, sir?
It is. It is. Some parts are right, and but you just messed up. Okay. Matlab, you were
Hello,
saying right, but your answer was not presentable.
hello,
Okay.
sir.
Hmm.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, for the atomicity part, that means if any transaction is happening, it should be total fully happen or nothing, no step happen. That means it is atomicity. For
Okay.
consistency part, that means the total amount before the transaction and the total amount after the transaction should be same.
Yeah.
And for isolation purpose means every step should be isolated for any transaction, means they should not be run parallelly.
Okay.
And for durability part, that means mm, the data, the every step, every transaction and every query should be saved in somewhere, so that we can retrieve anytime whenever we need uh, to get means reason of the transaction or the details of the transaction.
Okay. So atomicity. In atomicity, what will happen? Uh, Either the transaction, if we are transacting something, okay, if transaction process is going on, what will happen? Either it will complete all the transaction, okay, or if some network issue happen, okay, it's if some network issue occurs, then what will happen? It will be uh, there will be some issue in transaction as well, transaction process as well. So while transacting, either it will complete all the transaction or it will not be completed. Okay. Means, I think you have got the example of ATM, yeah?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So our failed transaction cannot be resumed, okay, in this process if some network issue or some issue, some sort of issue occurs in this transaction process. Okay, so we have seen, suppose we want to withdraw some money, we get to ATM, then we add a card and pin to it, then we give an amount, okay, and then our withdrawal process will be happen. So for that, you cannot skip any step. Okay, means there is some atom which should be followed here. Okay, one step, all the steps should be followed. If you skip some of the step, then your process will be rollback. Means you have to start from the first. Clear?
Yes,
Suppose
sir.
you want to withdraw money, okay, from ATM. If you didn't give your pin, then withdrawal process be will go on or not.
Sorry, sir.
Suppose we get to that ATM and we haven't given any
Yes,
pin or we haven't given any amount for withdrawal process. Okay, that means how much amount I want to withdraw from my bank account, or I haven't given any pin to it. Okay, we have 4-digit pin for ATM.
yes, sir.
So if we don't insert that pin to the ATM machine, then what will happen? Our transaction will happen or not?
Not happen, sir.
Because why it will not happen? Because we have skipped one step of withdrawal process.
Yes, sir.
So now what will happen? Now for withdrawal process, we have to start from the first. Means then afterwards this transaction is a failure for us, then what will happen? We have to again insert the card into the ATM machine,
Yes, sir.
then again we have to give a pin, and then we again have to give an amount, then our withdrawal process will be completed. So you can see here, we have just rolled back. If any step of it is neglected, then what will happen? The rollback will occur and
Process
we
roll back.
have to start it from the first part. Okay, so that is our atomicity. Means every step should be done. If there is not if there is a missing in one step, then what will happen? It will get rollback. Rollback means to the start. Clear? Now coming to
Yes, sir.
consistency. Consistency is was good, but Arnav, you have also given the example. Yeah, so that was bit messed up. Okay, so here what happens? Inconsistency before the transaction and after the transaction are sum of data. Means the data that was previous before transacting and the data after transacting, both will be same. Okay, there will be no data loss. Clear? And you have given this example. uh, A is having 200, B is having 500. Okay, now a is tran- A is transacting to B a sum of 100. Okay,
Yes, sir.
A is giving to B. Okay, now what will happen after transaction? A will be remaining with 100 rupees and B will be having rupees 600 rupees. Now what will happen? Before transaction, total number of money, total sum of money will be here is 700, and after transacting there will be 700. Means for transaction purpose there will be equal number of money before transaction and after transaction.
Yes, sir.
So that is our consistency, means there should be no data loss. Now suppose I am taking another case. You have get to that ATM. Okay, you got to
Yes,
that
sir.
ATM, you give pin, you give amount, and our withdrawal process starts. Okay, suppose A for Arnav. Okay, you are suppose you don't have money previously, you have zero money, okay, in your pocket. So you go to that ATM for withdrawal some money. So suppose you want to withdraw 1000 rupees. Okay, so you get to this ATM, give your pin, give the amount 1000. Clear?
Yes, sir.
And what will happen? Our transaction will be happen, but while giving that 1000 rupees, you press enter, and what happens? Your machine makes a sound that it is preparing to uh, giving some cash to you. But what happens? There is something power failure. Okay, by chance there is something power failure. So what will happen? Our machine will be off,
Yeah.
or will be something network issue. Then there will be no transaction for you.
Yes, sir.
Means you will not get any 1000 rupees from that machine. So what will happen in this case? Before transaction was what? A has 0,
Yeah.
and after transaction A is also having 0. Okay, but here in your account there was 1000, but in this thing now your account is also having 0.
Yeah.
So previously you have 1000 rupees total, and after transaction what is the amount in your bank? And you sum of amount will be 0. Means
All are zero.
you have a loss of 1000 rupees.
Yeah.
Now take the situation of data in this case, that will be our data loss. So consistency should be maintained in the database. So that's why it is one of the type of ACID property which should be followed by related database or structured database.
Okay, sir, I have a question in this case. If this all software, all program, this is maintained properly, asset property when the
Yeah.
transaction happen. But
Yes.
suddenly, if each type of unwanted situation happen, then there is no system to recover it. That the data, where the data gone from, is not in database also, and not the client who have not get the data. But where is the data gone? Then what? How can it recover?
For that, we have some backups. Okay, we keep some backups. Okay, from where we can recover the data. Okay, so we will get to know about it in DB. How to
Okay.
recover, how to take backup, how to restore the data. Okay, so for that things we have to get to that DBA sessions. Okay, after
Okay.
this sequel. Now coming to the third thing, that is our isolation. Okay, now what is isolation? You all have said that isolation. What you have said about isolation?
The in number of transaction or the process can
Hmm.
happen at the same time, but everyone is isolated from each other. No one process cannot be interpreted the other process.
Okay, very good. This is a proper definition. Means multiple we know that multiple transactions runs parallelly. Means uh, all transaction A is giving to B, B is giving to C. These all are parallel transactions. Okay, but
Yes.
what will happen in this database? Parallel transaction will be converted into serial transactions. Okay, means at one time you can see that in parallel transaction we can transact more than one time. Okay, means A can give to B, B can give to C, D can give to F, F can give to E. At one time there are an n number of transactions that can be happened, but in our database what happens, it converts these parallel transactions to serial transaction. That means uh, first it will transact to B, A to B, then it will give B to C, then it will give, means it will keep a step by step process. Okay,
Okay.
that means first transaction will complete, then it will get to second transaction, then it will get to third transaction, not at a single time. It will uh, proceed for all the transaction. Okay, one by one.
So, in this case, the next transaction depend on the previous transaction. For
Yeah,
this reason, it happens step by step.
yeah, step by step.
But but in this case, there are no connection between the two different transactions. Then it can be happen parallelly. Na? If there is no connection between
Yeah,
the
yeah,
two
yeah,
transactions,
yeah. But I have already told you that will be seeing about we will be learn about structured database, and structured database
yeah,
is a relational database.
relation,
And what is that
yeah,
relational database? It is relations. It is related to relations. And what is relations? That is table where uh, remember the example of railway. They have relational database, means they have some relations between the data. They have related data. Remember?
yes, sir.
So that's why it should be step by step, because every
Okay,
data should be reflected in another things, another data.
yeah,
Now coming to durability. For durability, it should be durable. The data should be durable. And for that, I am giving one example. Suppose you have some favorite film. Okay. Suppose what's your favorite film? A movie? Any web series? Something?
yeah. The Dark Knight Rises.
Okay. Let us take Dark. Okay. So your friend have downloaded this Dark, and you want to see it. Okay. What will happen? What's your approach on this?
Sorry, sir.
Your friend has downloaded this Dark. Okay.
Yeah,
Now you are very eager to watch it. What's your
yeah.
approach for it?
I just give my pen drive and say that to copy it and give me.
Yeah. So you will get this dark from your friend through that pen
Yeah,
drive, and you take that pen
yeah.
drive and you plug in into your laptop or PC, whatever you have. Okay. You plugged into and you copied it into your machine. Okay. Now your dark is copied in your lappy or in PC. Now you plugged out that uh, pen drive. Now what happens? That dark will be present in your lappy or not? Or while uh, plug out, by plugging out that pen drive, does this dark also plugged out with that or removed with that pen drive?
If sir, the copy processing is totally completed, then it present in both in my lappy also and my pen drive also.
Okay. So I there was a question that if we plugged out that pen drive, then that dark will also be removed from your lappy or not after copying it.
No,
No. So that is our durability. That means you have kept that dark in your lappy, and what happens here? It will be there in your lappy for durable times. Means that uh, when you decided, means that dark will be deleted, should be deleted by you as well. Okay, you can delete that dark, but you have to watch that. So that will be some durable, means for some time that dark will be in your system till you deleted it. Okay, that will not automatically be deleted by itself. You
yeah,
will have to delete that. Clear?
yes, sir. Sir,
What happened?
one question that uh, answer.
Yeah,
But I want to ask that
means one,
uh,
I'm
if
giving one more example I'm giving.
okay,
Okay, so let us take from this example. Clear?
okay,
Suppose A is transacting rupees 1000. A is having 100 2000 rupees. Okay, B is having 1000 rupees. Okay, and A is transacting to B, okay, of rupees 1000. What will happen after transaction? A will be remaining with 1000 rupees and B will
yeah,
be remaining with 2000 rupees.
2000.
Okay, clear this much?
Yes,
Now, is there some scenario that this 1000 rupees will be rolled back to that A after our transaction is completed? Means
no,
after 1 hour this 1000 will be get back to A.
no.
After
After
one
total
month,
complete,
after 1 month, this 1000 will be rolled back to A. Roll back not, it will again, yeah, roll back to A. While
no.
after our transaction is completed to A from B,
So
A to B,
if
sorry,
the
A to B, sorry.
uh, if transaction is unsuccessful, then only can roll back.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if successful,
No, my case is transaction is successful,
uh,
and if there is some scenario, then tell me.
so there is no chance to again roll back if it's successful too.
Yeah.
If we want, then it can be
Yeah,
he
yeah,
got 10,
that's the
otherwise not.
case. Means 1000 rupees that is transacted by A to B will be durable until that B again transact that 1000 to A. So that
Okay,
means 1000 rupees is durable to A, to B. Okay, and A as well, because after transaction A will not get again that 1000 rupees, but B, if B wants that that A should have that 1000 rupees, then B again have to transact that 1000 to A. So you can see there is a process for durability. Means you have to indulge into this process for transacting something, for making it durable.
yes,
Okay, you are the key major responsible for making a data durable. That means you can keep that data, or you can keep that data durable, make that data durable by keeping it by your in your database.
yes, sir.
And you cannot keep that durable as you can again send it to that A again. So that's the scenario for durability. Means your data is should be durable. Means you have some table, you kept that data. Okay, you insert some data into it. Okay,
Oh,
so what will happen? That data should be keep in that should be kept in that table for a longer period of time. Means there should be no rollback. Means after 1 month the data has been lost. So that is not the case for any database. Okay, that is not good scenario for it. Okay.
So
Yeah.
I just asked another question that so previous day I downloaded something from Google, okay, and
Okay.
after downloading some part there is some network issue, a network failure, but some download happened. In
Yeah.
this case, I some data will be stored. When I again the network is connected, then it
Yeah.
start from the where from this is completed after not complete the some portion has completed after that it
Yeah.
will start. But when it network is connected, it start from the first part.
Yeah.
What is the reason, sir? It's
That will
connected
get to
from
know you. Just remember this question. I will. I know that, but I will give you a exact answer on that session when we will
okay,
do. Uh, that means that will be do in, I think, in not DCL, in TCL. Okay.
okay, sir.
When we will see about TCL, then you will get to know this answer. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one answer that that means it is not the relational database where you are downloading. It is a disk.
Yeah, it is a disk, but
The hard drive.
I will tell you in TCL. Okay.
Okay.
That is a SQL statement that will be. So now our asset property has been completed.
Yes, sir.
So now you can see, 1 second. Now I'm taking some example that you have money. Okay. You kept your money in bank account. Clear? Now, where is bank account? In a bank. Okay. And who keeps that money? Who regulates that money?
Bank employees.
Employee. Now, these examples, just take money as data. Okay. What will a bank account?
ID.
Database.
Okay,
Take in term of data. Okay.
okay,
So money will be related to data. If I take money as a data, then bank account will be our database where our money is kept.
yeah.
And what will be our bank?
Hello, sir.
Management system.
Yeah, go ahead.
A employee is the management system.
No,
Employee is
bank
the
bank will be our DBMS, because bank have bank accounts who bank
Okay.
also
Yes.
manages the bank account.
Yes, sir. Got it.
And employee
Is the
SQL.
sequel.
employee SQL, where you can insert the money or retrieve the money from your bank account. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
If you want to uh, if you want to keep some money in your bank account, then what will happen? You will get to that bank and you fill up some form, and you with the form you give the money to the employee. Then what will happen? He just takes the money, counts the money, and it saves in your account that this sum of amount has been um, deposited.
Yes,
Clear?
sir.
So you can see, for management purpose, SQL is used. So
Yeah.
s- means we can, overall we can see, to communicate with any server we can use SQL. So SQL is the language used to communicate with server, to access, to manipulate, and to control data. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Now we have seen till now data, database, DBMS. Okay, RDBMS, we have seen RDBMS. We have seen ACID property. Now SQL. First of all, we should know that what is the full form of SQL?
Structured query language.
Structured query language. Now, why we use a structured query language? Because it is efficient, it is easy to learn and use. Okay, means it is a human friendly language. Okay, means it's a language is something like that we are talking to somebody. Okay, so that is also called as human, that is also easy. Okay, and easy to learn and human friendly. Okay, now with SQL you can define some and retrieve and manipulate that data. Just before I have told you that, uh, to communicate with any server, to access, manipulate, or control any data, we can use SQL. This is also one part of one function of SQL. Okay,
Okay.
now some other property. Let us see some properties that SQL statement are not case sensitive. Okay, that means we can write that SQL statement in any case. That is in uppercase, either in lowercase, or either in init capital. Okay, means first word capital and second and rest all the letters should be small, something like that. Yeah. So it we can write in any type of case. Okay. Second, SQL statement can be written in one or more line. Okay, means suppose if one line is full, there is no limit for writing any SQL statement. There is it should be a long or it should be a short. For that we have to change some lines. So you can change or you can use more than one lines in by using SQL statements. Okay, now here in SQL statements there are some keywords. Okay, so that keywords cannot be abbreviated. Abbreviated means in the short form. Suppose example, we write examples like e dot g dot.
Yeah.
So that is abbreviated form of example. So we cannot write SQL keywords in abbreviated form. Clear? There are some keywords such as from. In SQL there is from. These sorry, this is a from. We cannot write that from in fr in fr form. Means if we want to write from, we give from as fr, then it will not take that fr. Okay, for SQL statement you have to write full from, from, full, then it will take. Okay, now there are also some clauses where you can separate lines. Means there are some clauses like where. Okay, where is a clause you will get to know in further session. So
Sir, which
after,
clause
yeah,
means, sir? Clause means, in this case, clause means what?
I'm giving some example with some sessions. We will get to know what is clause, what is keyword, what is statement. We will get to know about it. Okay. Just take a idea of it. Okay. While we will get to the second session, most probably in second session, I will be telling you about keywords clause. Okay. Just first of all, you need to know what are the keywords present in that SQL. Okay.
Okay.
Then you will get to know that which are keywords, which are clauses. Okay. So clauses are usually placed on separate lines. Means I have an example of where is also a clause in this SQL statement. So after where you can skip that line and write a fresh line from the next line. Okay, write a fresh sentence of fresh means I'm giving you example. One second.
So it's less. Same like a SQL statement. SQL statement also same, na?
Sorry.
It seems like a SQL statement. That is, it can also
Yeah,
written in another
means
line.
I have written this select statement. We have written select statement and we have given a where clause. Okay. After that, we give some conditions after where. So you cannot give it after this because my screen is over.
Yeah.
So after this clause, you can write in second line. This is first line. This is second line. Okay. You can give it something here. Then you can suppose after that here my screen is over. Then we can give it in second, third line. Okay. So this was the case. Now coming to SQL statements. What are SQL statements in this system or in this SQL language? First, you can see that DQL. DQL stands for, is it visible? The pen,
Yes, sir.
or I change that pen color, red. Okay. Means data. One second. Okay. Data query language. DQL stands for data query language. Okay. So for data retrieval purpose, we use data query language. What are the query language statement? What is SQL statement in data query language? It is select. Okay. In DDL, DDL stands for data definition language. Clear? So in data definition language, these are some statements: create, alter, drop, truncate, rename. Okay. Basically for our table purpose, we use this data definition language. Okay. Now coming to data manipulation language. DML stands for data manipulation language. So here, insert, update, delete. These are our DML statements. Okay. Basically, it is these statements are used for data purpose. From you can see that insert, update, delete. These can be done to data as well. Okay. Means for inserting data, we use insert. For updating data, we use update statement. For deleting data, we use delete statement. Simple. Now DTL. I've told you about TCL. That is also known as DTL. So we will get to know that in this thing. Commit, rollback, save point. These are the DTL statement, means data transaction language. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now last is our data control language. DCL stands for data control language. Okay, it is very important type of language statement which is used for system purpose, for giving any privileges, for giving any permission to someone or to some user, to some tables. Okay, for that purpose we use DCL. Okay, so these are our SQL statements. We will get to see in further classes all the types of these statements. Okay, so first of all we will get to see DQL first. Okay, means data query language. This will be a long process, and after that this will be just, it will take some less time. Okay,
Sir,
so
DQL
DQL,
for data retrieval purposes.
hmm, data
DQL for
retrieval, yeah, for data retrieval purpose we use DQL. Okay, so first of all we will get to see this DQL. Afterwards we will get to know about rest all the DQL or SQL statements. Okay, so these are our 5 types of SQL statements that is given by Oracle, or everywhere it is given, these 5 types, which we will learning in the next session. Okay, so first we will start with DQL in the next session. Okay,
okay, sir.
any doubt?